Box.
Welcome to the Media Box. Momodou Malcolm Jallow, author of a report on a new charter on a non-racist society and what political parties can help do to bring that about. First of all, why the need to revisit this charter?
Because there has been an enormous evolution when it comes to Europe's socio-economic and political landscape. And it's important to take that into account. The whole charter, by the time that was put into place, we didn't have all the social media, for example. So it's important now that we see that social media play a very important role in spreading hate speech and all that. It's important that we take all that into account. And that is what this new charter has done. But we've also enlarged the scope of the discrimination grounds. Before it was only an ethnic origin. Now we have all the different forms of discrimination, even sexism included. So this is a broader scope and it encapsulates a wide range of issues that Europe is fighting against today. So it's important that we have a new charter.
Political parties, what roles and responsibilities do they have?
I mean, political parties have an important role. We as politicians, our role is to empower people. Our role is to make people's living conditions better. So the political parties are the platforms that we use to spread our message. And they have a very strong powers within the scope of the activities we as politicians are allowed to do. So if we use the political parties, then we are able to take control of the message that they spread out. We are able to make sure that we design the political conversation in a way that is in line with the European Convention on Human Rights to make sure that we refrain from spreading hate, to make sure that we refrain from spreading all forms of racism that we see today is in the rise in European society today.
You're talking about the rise in society there. What about those political parties who don't respect the values you've been talking about?
That is even more reason why we need this charter, because there are political parties that do not respect the values. But the Council of Europe, it is its responsibility to safeguard human rights, the rule of law. And it's important that we as members of the Council of Europe and our political parties do everything that we can to make sure that we are acting in line with these principles. And this is exactly what this charter is doing. So there are these parties that do not respect it, but it is our role to make sure that we remind them for them to renew their commitment to human rights and the rule of law. And this is exactly what this charter is saying. It's the basic minimum standards that we're asking for all policymakers and political parties to follow.
Momodou Malcolm Jallow, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.